Number 1. Which of the following statements are true if face specimen 7A is a nominal pipe size of 3.5 Schedule 10S test pipe for a pipeline application PQR? So the question's asking us about bend specimen, gives us a nominal pipe size, and it tells us to go to pipeline application. Our answers have to do with discontinuities and width. So I know that anytime I'm dealing with discontinuities, I have to go to 542. And the question tells us to go to pipeline. The bend test shall be considered acceptable if no crack or other imperfection exceeding 1/8 inch or 1/2 the specified wall thickness, whichever is smaller in any direction, is present in the weld or between the weld and the fusion zone after bending. Cracks that originate on the outer radius of the bend along the edge of the specimen during testing and that are less than 1/4 inch measured in any direction shall not be considered unless obvious imperfections are observed. Question tells me to go to 7A. We have porosity. So none of these individually can be bigger than 1/8. I'm gonna use my 30 seconds. 4 30-seconds is an eighth. It's the same as an eighth. So that's just about at 4 30-seconds. So I have one. All of these are smaller than that one, so I don't have to measure those. So I have one that's at 1/8, which is fine. But the rule says, or 1/2 the specified wall thickness. So I have to find the nominal pipe size that they gave us. Remember, this is diameter, so I have to find the wall thickness for that. So I go to my pipe schedules, which I believe is on page 47. 3.5 schedule 10. 3.5 schedule 10 is 0.120. 0.120. So if you see here, 0.120. The rule said or half. What's half of 0.120? 0.06. Okay, I turned this into a fraction. You could keep it at a decimal. And I compared it. 0.06 is 1/16. So the one discontinuity that was 1/8 is greater than 1/16. 1/16 is smaller than 1/8 because 1/8 is 2/16. So 2/16 is bigger than 1/16. Therefore, it fails because my discontinuity, according to the rule that we read in 542, it said the discontinuity can be no bigger than an eighth or, cannot be bigger than an eighth or 1/2 the specified wall thickness. The specified wall thickness, half of the specified wall thickness was 0.06, which is 1/16, which is less than 1/8. If you wanted to keep it at the decimal, it's 0.06 and 1/8 in decimal. 1/8 in decimal is 1 divided by 8 equals 0.0125. So 0.06 compared to 0.125. 0.06 is still less than 0.125. So this discontinuity is way bigger than that allowed. Therefore, the answer is B, has rejectable discontinuity. But we need to check width. So because we need to check width, we have to go to Annex 4, which also has to do with bent specimens. The question says it's a face, so we're in face and root, not side. We are in face and root. So we go down to the table and you'll see the test specimen width. Now we have to check width. We know that we have a pipe. We know that it's 3.5 based off our question. It tells us to go to note D. Note D tells us for pipe diameters 2 inches through 4 inches. That's us, we're at 3.5. The width of the specimen shall not be less than 3/4. not us. So let's measure our bent specimen. 3/4 is 24/32, I believe. It's a little bit bigger than 24/32. So the width is bigger than 3/4. Therefore, the width is good. The discontinuity was no good, but the width was good.